Hi everyone, Mr. Lineberger. I'm so excited about my upcoming camping trip. I'm headed to the woods with a few friends to spend some nights under the stars. But if there's one thing I've learned about camping, it's really important to plan things out ahead of time. You want to make sure you've got enough food, water, and supplies. And you want to spread out the weight so that one person, especially me, isn't carrying everything. I hope that you'll all help me figure things out today. And to do that, we're going to use the power of math. I know I'm going to be carrying this pack for the next 3 days, so I'm going to stash it away right now so I can talk to you. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So let's start thinking about this by starting with one of the big items, food. Since we're camping for 3 days, we have to bring a good bit of food. There are 5 of us going on this trip. If you can imagine all our food in one big pile, we will eat 1/3 of the food each day. So 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3, that equals 1. So by the end of the 3rd day, we will have eaten all the food. But how much food should each person eat each day? I could think of the problem in this way. I'll draw 3 rectangles to represent the food. Each rectangle then is 1/3 of the total food, or how much we'll eat in a day. The question is, how much of the total food will each person have in a day? Really, if you want to put this in math terms, the question is, what is 1/3 divided by 5? Since each day has to be divided into 5 parts, I'll separate the rectangles into 5 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Now I'll do the same for the other 2 rectangles. How many total parts are there? Let's count them. 5 in this rectangle, plus 5 more, plus the other 5, that's 15 total parts. So, how much does one person eat in a day? 1/15 of the total food. Knowing this is really going to help us pack. I'll take all the food, divide it into 15 bundles, and each person will take 1 bundle per day. Since we're going to camp for 3 days, each person will take 3 bundles, or 3/15 of the food. We figured that out. Let's try another one. While we're on this trip, we plan to make some little braided keychains made of cord. I brought 7 meters of cord, and each keychain will take 1/2 of a meter to make. So I wonder, how many keychains can we make on the trip? Let's think about this one as a number line. Our number line goes from 0 to 7. 7 meters is the total amount of cord I'm bringing. The math problem here is 7 divided by 1/2, because I need to know how many halves it takes to make 7 meters. To do this, I'll count in increments of 1/2. Each time I count, that's another keychain I can make. 1/2, 1, 1 and 1/2, 2, 2 and 1/2, 3, 3 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2, 6, 6 and 1/2, 7. I counted out 14 increments. So 7 divided by 1/2 equals 14. I'm feeling good about this trip. Thanks for helping me with my math. My next problem involves water. We have 4 big water jugs. I know from a past experience that a person needs to drink 1/4 of a jug of water each day while hiking. I've got to figure out if 4 jugs will be enough to get us to the end of the trip, or if I'll need to bring more. Can you help me here? I'm going to start by imagining my 4 jugs. As I imagine, they'll appear floating in the air next to me. There, 4 jugs. Now, let's divide each jug into 4 parts, because I know that each person will need 1/4 of a jug each day. 4 jugs divided by 1/4. How many servings of water do we have? Let's count them. I'm going to count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, 16 servings of water. We've got 5 people in our group, and we're going to camp for 3 days. 5 times 3 is 15. We'll need 15 servings of water to get to the end of the trip. That means we'll have enough water and a single serving left over. So, if we want to drink all the water on the last day, I could take that last serving and divide it by 5. I'll represent it as 1 divided by 5, or 1/5. That's 1/5. On the last day, everyone will get 1 serving of water and an extra 1/5 of a serving. We are figuring out so much of this trip using math. I've got another part to think about. I've mapped out the route, and I know that there is some steep terrain that we'll have to hike. Some of it is so steep, we're going to need to stop to rest quite often, especially if we're carrying heavy packs. I've tracked the steepest parts on the map, and it looks like there's a total of 5 miles of very steep trail. If we need to stop for a breather every 1/3 miles, I wonder how many times we'll have to stop when we're on those steep sections. I need to divide a whole number, 5, by a fraction, 1/3, to get this answer. I'll use a number line this time to get the job done. First, imagine my number line that goes from 0 to 5, the number of miles we're talking about. I'll break it up in increments of thirds, so 3 sections per mile. Now I can skip count by 3 to determine the number of breaks we'll take. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 15 breaks. 5 divided by 1/3 equals 15. Okay, last problem. I'm bringing a special treat for my friends. You've seen granola bars before, right? I'm gonna take granola bars to a whole new level. I've created the next trend in camping food, the granola brick. This bad boy is sure to give everyone plenty of energy. I'm going to keep it in my pack on the first day. No one will have any trouble on day 1. But when we stop for lunch on day 2, I'm going to surprise them with the granola brick. This will be just for them. I've got my own food. I'll give them half the brick on the second day and the other half on the last day. My question is, how much will each of my friends get on the first day? I'll have 1/2 of a brick divided 4 ways. What's 1/2 divided by 4? Let's start by imagining the brick. We've split it into 2 parts, so each part is half of the brick. Now, let's split each half into 4 parts, because that's what we're doing, dividing by 4. How many total parts do we have? You got it, 8 parts. So on day 1, each of my friends will get 1/8 of the brick, and the same thing on day 2. Thanks for helping me pack for my camping trip. Today we learned about dividing fractions by whole numbers, like we did with the food example, where we figured out 1/3 divided by 5. We used the same approach with the water when we divided 5 by 1/4 to figure out how many servings of water we will carry. We also learned how to divide whole numbers by unit fractions, or fractions with a 1 in the numerator position. We did that with the chord problem, where we divided 5 by 1/2. That's also what we did with the problem where we calculated the number of breaks we would need to take while hiking the steepest trails. And everything came together when you helped me figure out how to divide up my granola brick. That's a lot of math to learn today. Thanks for your help, and I'll see you on the trail.